Okay. Next, we have UCF, our first newcomer to the conference.
Right.
And, well, first of all, what are your thoughts on UCF before I go?
So we get John Rice Plumlee and Gus Malzahn in the Big 12. Like, this is where these guys were meant to be, like from a conference standpoint. I really enjoy watching a Gus Malzahn offense some of the time, if that makes sense. When it's
Yes.
right, it's so great. And then sometimes when it's wrong, there's just like he has no hope of scoring points. And it can be very frustrating. Like, ask any Auburn fan. I do like UCF. Interesting, I thought that they put them at the top of all the newcomers. I think I would have leaned to BYU over UCF. Did you have any thought there at all that you find UCF at the top of the heap of the newcomers? I thought that one was interesting. The over-under that I'm showing is 7, which is like that's kind of a high number. I was actually a little surprised by that.
Yeah, I got a 6.5 or a 7, by the way, for you if you want to go over.
Okay.
I think that UCF has more coming back than BYU, and maybe that's some of the concern. To me, it almost feels more like concern for BYU this year as opposed to a lot of respect for UCF. Although it is some respect for UCF when you just consider that they're kind of going big time, like they're going to the Big 12.
Right.
Yeah, 6.5 or 7 to me feels like a decent number. You mentioned Malzahn and his offense can be kind of interesting. I think John Rice Plumlee, like at the very least, you feel like they're going to do certain things well. Like they're going to have a bit of an identity, I think. They're going to run the ball well. They're going to be a little weird. They're going to be probably kind of fun to watch. If you kind of go down through their schedule, I love the non-con. Like if you're talking about UCF trying to make a bowl game, whatever, it's Kent State. They got to go to Boise, but Boise has not been amazing as of late. And they get Villanova. Right. Their Big 12 schedule: Kansas State, Baylor, Kansas, Oklahoma, West Virginia, Cincinnati, Oklahoma State, Texas Tech, and Houston. So they missed Texas. That's nice. They also missed TCU. Again, nice. So it's not like for their first year in the new conference, it's not nearly as tough as it could be. It's not easy. Some of those games are road games that are going to be tough. That said, I'm going over. Like I'll take the 6.5 number and I'll say they go 7-5.
I'm going to go under. So yeah, like we'll find a little disagreement here. Like kind of going back to my point, I was a little I was a little surprised that they were that high. It's going to be fun. I'm not saying that. Yeah, UCF is a great ad from just like a neutral perspective. Like it's going to be I think it's going to be a good fit, surprisingly good fit. UCF in the Big 12. They get like it's Orlando and everything that comes with it. I think that's going to be fun in the Big 12. Villanova, you mentioned they play Villanova in the non-con. This is not basketball Villanova. This is football
Right.
Villanova, and they are not good. They are very, very bad. So yeah, that's an automatic win, but the rest of the non-con's still tough. Like they've got, Kent State. You mentioned they go to Boise. Boise's not what they used to be. It's not the same thing, but it's still a trip to Boise, which is about as far as UCF can travel. And still stay in the States. That's a long ways away. I will go under. I'm going to go just under. We'll find, a little bit of disagreement here. I think the schedule will eventually wear UCF down by the end of the year.
Yeah, I could see that. That's probably one of the ones I'm least confident about in this entire conference.